It's the first of the month.
Gotta grind, gotta get mine.
Man, cash your checks to come up. It is the morning run, December 1st. First Monday of December, last month of the year. It's your man, Uncle Neely, Big Dog Chico. Deuce Scoop is on assignment. We got a lot to unpack, man. Jerry, Jeudy, and Shedeur. Shedeur is going to start officially against the Titans. That's against Cam Ward. A lot to unpack there. It is the morning run.
Easy. Runners, mount up. First of the month. Just like Unc just said, we're back. TMR. Hope y'all had a happy Thanksgiving weekend. Y'all ate nicely, and hopefully all the food is put up by now. All right? Y'all know what it is. TMR Live. Badass Uncle Neely, Big Dog Chico, Cleasy up in this thing. Hey, got some things to talk about, Unc. What's happening? How you doing?
Hey, man, I'm chilling, Chico. Last week was Thanksgiving, and then the day after that was Black Friday, and everybody had family time or traveling with the team, whatnot. And we took off the latter part of last week for the morning run. Appreciate everybody, sticking with us and understand the holidays apply to us too. But the morning
Mm-hmm.
run ain't going nowhere, man. We back and busy. It is Monday, December 1st. As it is now officially the off season for Colorado, we're probably going to still have some schedule adjustments going into December, but the morning run will still be coming at your ear hole.
We told y'all. Well, at least I
We
told
told,
y'all.
we told you.
But Unc, I told him that if y'all want us to keep coming, we're gonna keep coming. And okay, well, we here though. We got some.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We here, baby. We here, man. First Monday of December. Last man, the year has flown by, Chico.
It has. It has, man. I remember shoot, when January hit. Let me turn that off. My bad. I'll get kicked out of Coach Prime's meeting if that
Oh,
happened.
you've been gone right then. Oh, because what Chico pop quiz now? Don't overthink it.
Oh, right there.
What do you accuse Neely of doing that he really be doing?
What?
What you call me,
Yeah.
Chico?
Badass. What?
No, that's not. No. What I be doing?
You do a whole lot of shit. What you
Oh, I'm
talking?
gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna point at your ass when I hear your phone. Oh, Chico, it ain't won't be no. Cause see, normally now, coach up talking, walking around, and sometimes he'll hear a phone and he know what direction it came from, but he don't know what row.
Right.
It'll be just like that. I'll be just like.
Hell no.
There you go,
That's
Jules. I'm gonna point this shit out. Chico
Jewel
phone.
do
It's
Jewel do it
especially if
instantly.
you sitting by me, Chico.
Yeah, because it ain't gonna be me. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna be me.
Dog, you sit by me, I'm telling it.
Yeah. But yeah, I remember back in January, February, we were grinding, you know what I mean? Getting the
Yep.
morning run started, getting Unc and Chico was going. And
Yep.
now we here, man. We were excited about the season. And now we're at the end of the season, getting ready to turn this thing over once again and bring in some great recruits, whether they're from high
Yeah.
school or for the transfer portal, from the transfer portal or whatever it is. But Coach Prime is ready to retool along with his staff. I see one guy already jumped in the portal from Colorado. Shout out to Mantrez Walker. He's in the portal, and as Coach Prime said, of course, we're going to expect more people to be in that thing, but y'all can also expect
Absolutely.
some good names to be coming to Colorado.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, man, you can go back to totality of Coach Prime's collegiate coaching career, which is now 6 seasons in the books. I don't think he's ever lost
Hmm.
in the sense of the net gain of people going or coming. Like you're gonna have people leave. And I think what happens on the outside that we see these names, and it's a name we can't believe, but internally in the program, as coaches said, if you have 30 people leave, 25 of them you knew were leaving.
Hmm.
And you may have five that kind of caught you off guard or didn't tell you to the last minute, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But the overwhelming majority of people that leave, you better believe the program, and I'm not talking about just Colorado, Alabama, Georgia, UAB, they know.
Mhm.
because you've either had that conversation with the player and it's a two-way street or mutual agreement, or you can just see the player's demeanor those last few practices, those last few games. And Chico, we done all had a job that we quit before, right?
Mhm.
And we knew we quit before we told them we was quitting.
Damn right.
You might not know it, but they noticed that they ain't the same Chico. Like something going on,
Yeah.
Chico.
Like he walking around here like he really don't care no more. He ain't even wearing the right work shoes.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, he's supposed to have on steel toe boots. He up in here with Yeezys on. You know, something wrong. He ain't never been
yeah,
like that. But yeah, yeah,
yeah.
I
So it,
totally
it it
understand.
ain't as surprising as the news, would make it. But one thing I totally agree with Coach Prime, and just personally, I wish him the best, man. Like, it ain't no hard feelings. Do what you think you got to do that's in the best interest of you and your family. There are some times when some guys have left here and they tried to fire some shots, and that's okay. But don't be mad when old Neely fire back now. Because the truth is the truth. And one thing we got is the receipt. So you hate when you see that happens because young people really don't grasp the concept of you gotta be careful how you burn bridges. You never know when you have to circle that way again, and not necessarily in a football sense.
Yeah.
And so people are entitled. This is the time of the year the portal is gonna be opening, and then you got signing day coming up, and I think all the way through the January 15th or so we'll be dealing with this as far as people coming and going. But I'm telling you, Chico, it's rare, man, that you get a name. And again, this is not a Colorado thing. This is a football thing.
Yeah.
It's rare that a coach gets a name that he didn't know was gonna do this.
There you go, guys. This in this NIL transfer portal era, and same thing with coaches too. You have a lot of coaches coming and going. How many now has it been? I think Coach Prime said in the video posted 4 coaches from his coaching tree have gone on and they're
Hmm.
doing big things. They're winning right now, and another one just accepted the job down in his hometown in New Orleans at Southern University. That's Marshall Faulk. Marshall. Talk about the impact Marshall Faulk had this season on those running backs, whether it's personally or on the field, and then also the impact he's had, overall with this staff and at CU.
Man, what an addition. Coach Falk would tell you, and he has said it publicly before, he did this for Deion Sanders. He did this
Mm,
for Coach Prime. He came to Colorado because his friend reached out to him, and he wants to do anything he can do to help Coach Prime be successful. And right about now, Marshall Falk is about to be announced, if not already, press conference in Baton Rouge as the next head coach of Southern, located in Baton Rouge, HBCU. And Coach Prime said the same thing, man. Anything I can do to help him be successful there, I'm going to do it because they have that kind of relationship. As far
yeah,
as what Coach Falk brought to the table, man, uh, I think one of the most slept on things about Marshall Falk, because people just see or saw his ability, him running the ball, him catching the ball. They saw him as an athlete. I don't think he has got enough credit for the mental aspect of the game. When he played with Peyton Manning, when he played with Kurt Warner, he was just as responsible, if not totally responsible, for doing the communications, coming out of the huddle and calling out what he's seeing. Like he was a quarterback slash running back.
mm,
And so he not only did technical things like in teaching these young guys where you want to plant your foot, where you want to keep your eyes. He helped them that, man, you have to know the entire defense. You have to know the entire offense. He said, because look at it this way: you're the only position on the field where running is in your name,
mm.
and so you're gonna have to run. And that means not just run your feet. You got to run your mouth. You got to run your mind. You got to run your eyes.
I
You
like
got
that.
to see everything. You got to pick up blocks. No blocky, no rocky. And so he really took that room in a short year to another level. I think all the players, would agree that, man, he doesn't get enough credit as a teacher. I'm excited for his future. I know that one part, and I'm like Coach Prime. Some of the things we know, you wanna not allow ain't the right word. You want to extend the courtesy that let that person announce it. Let them,
Yeah.
do that thing. But there's for certain one person on staff that's going to join him One person on Colorado staff that's going to join him in Baton Rouge on the defensive side of the ball, and I'm sure that'll come out later today as well. But outstanding coach, man, outstanding teacher. I think that with the year that Southern had, maybe one or two wins, and that second one was just recently a Bayou Classic. He's going to need a year to get, paraphrasing Coach Prime, his Louis in, because as a head coach, you can get people to transfer with you. That doesn't necessarily translate as a position coach. And
Right.
so he's going to have to get a year under his belt. But he's from New Orleans. His business partner, agent Rocky Arsenal, knows that area recruiting wise. They ain't got to go far from Southern outside Louisiana to field a team that can compete and or win the SWAC, man. They really don't.
Mm,
A lot of
yeah.
talent down there. Down there.
A lot of talent down there. A New Orleans legend. I played, like I said, I played with and I had roommates in college that was from New Orleans, and they spoke highly of Marshall even back then when they used to play with him and beat me in Madden. Sometimes they'll play with Marshall Faulk straight from New Orleans, but he'll be down there in the boot state, in the boot
Hmm.
in Louisiana, and probably competing with LSU's new coach Lane Kiffin, who's down there, and
Both
this is
officially get, even though the worst kept secrets, both of them officially getting announced today in the
yeah,
same city. So
right. In the same city too, man. That's crazy. Marshall getting announced. I think it was at 1:45 p.m. Eastern time. They're getting ready to set up for that right now. Or they're setting up for that right now. Is what I'm seeing. So, hey, talk about Lane Kiffin being down there and his recruiting and what he can do. In LSU.
well, man, he went to a bigger brand. And I know sometimes as fans, it's hard for us to acknowledge or hear that a brand, another brand, is bigger than our brand. And so in that SEC space, there's no historically more dominant conference in college football than the SEC. But then you have tiers within the SEC, and LSU is in that upper tier. LSU, Alabama, Georgia. You can count Florida from a money standpoint. You can count Texas when they entered the SEC. But it is simply a bigger brand than Ole Miss, and what he was able to accomplish at Ole Miss, you give him the resources that a LSU has and that fan base has, and you articulate this, Chico. It's the one SEC school in the state. It is the biggest state school in the state. You don't have like in Mississippi where you got an Ole Miss and a Mississippi State. All you
Mm,
have there in that regard is just LSU. And so from that regional recruitment, his name, what he has accomplished as a coach, you can only expect is going to go up with a bigger brand in place.
man, I see a championship in his future
Yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
with what he did with Ole
You
Miss. Shit.
yeah, I mean you what's next year? 2026. Ain't no doubt 2027 he in the top four and
Mm,
playing for it. Like ain't no doubt in my mind.
yeah.
Because one thing that's not gonna happen is this is not the kind of hire where people who were committed to LSU now leave. Oh, because I signed just to play for Coach Kelly. And when you saw, oh, Kiffin coming, oh, I play for him. And then you have
Hmm.
to imagine from a blueprint standpoint, whether it's the offense coordinator, I think he's keeping the current defense coordinator. It's going to be some staff and players from Ole Miss to come.
That's what I was. That was my next question. Do you see some? Sorry about that. Do you see some recruits? Some recent commitments. To Ole Miss that can now be commits to LSU, and also coaches that could be coming with Lane Kiffin.
I see both, man. I don't know if it'll be like a mass exodus, where you lose everything, but there's no doubt in my mind that there's somebody who committed to play for Ole Miss, but they weren't committing to Ole Miss, they were committing to Lane Kiffin. And
Right.
now that he's going to another school that happens to be in the same region, a neighboring state, that happens to have bigger brand recognition and more resources, why wouldn't you follow him?
If he wants you, hey, I'm going too.
It's one thing, man. I'm from the Gump, and I committed to Jackson State and Coach Prime, and Coach Prime goes to Colorado. That's a long way.
Yeah.
I can see somebody not making that hop. But I committed to go to Oxford. Now you want me to commit to go to Baton Rouge and it's LSU, man? Okay.
Mm. Yeah, dog. It's gonna be some changes. Just like
Chico,
we
here,
think.
help me understand this, Chico. Let me.
Okay, yeah. Any question? Any question?
You might not, do you level best, man? Because I'm putting you in a trick bag.
All right.
What's so hard to understand? I'm not talking about marriage because marriage is like before God and for life. We talking about jobs. We talking about employment. We talking about contracts that have exit clauses and buyouts and clawbacks. So everybody at the end of the day got a fair shake. What is it about fans or people that don't understand these are jobs? And just like you as a fan wouldn't turn down a higher paying job with a bigger network to it, why people get so mad at coaches?
Coaches and players. And and we talked about this last night. You saw coaches or fans outside of the airport, you know, giving that one finger salute to Lane Kiffin as he was leaving Mississippi. And then you see the fans, welcoming him as he arrives at LSU, man. So I don't know. Hey, your guess is as good as mine, dog. I'll just say this right here though, as far as uh, that goes, they get so attached to their team and their brand, and they feel like they might have a little bit of ownership over that person and their decision making and stuff like that.
Mm,
And so instead of them thinking, in putting themselves in their shoes, like, damn, okay, he left, he did what's best for his career or his family. He took more money, set him up for generations. They're like, nah, F you. Scumbag, we ain't like you in the first place. Like, damn,
scumbag, yeah.
scumbag, you ain't like me in the first place. So I don't know, man. You got to take the good with the bad.
well,
Just like Coach Prime said, though, if I let a loss get me down, or if I let a win get me this high, like what am I gonna do? In the middle. You know what I'm saying? Why am I gonna go so far left
but
just because
Chico,
this happens? I gotta stay steady, though. I gotta rock steady.
let's keep it hood.
Keep it hood, dog.
Whatever coach it was when they came to you, you stole them from somebody.
Yeah, you took it from somebody. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
they
you
wasn't
did.
just at the house on the couch, like they left somebody to come be with you. And then let's make it this Lane Kiffin example. 6 years there. That's probably a contract and a half, or at least a contract and an extension.
Right.
And now put you in a place you've never been. You've never had 11 wins.
Mm-hmm.
And so clearly, from an investment standpoint, a win standpoint, he has left you better than he found you.
Absolutely.
What more can you ask for?
Stay here forever. Come back, son of a.
you, you dialed in the Rebel Radio this morning. Yeah, yeah, they mad.
If you call what is it now? Paul Feinbaum back in the day, does he still do the call-ins like he used to do back in the
I
day?
think so. Yeah, I think so.
Man, those folks used to go crazy, dog. I know they're going crazy in Mississippi, or
Oh, they
whoever
mad.
they calling in. Yeah, man. So it's all
Yeah,
right.
man. I did on my personal Facebook page, Chico. I said, let me tell y'all two people I know that ain't worried about y'all booing, especially as they get on a private plane. That's Neely and Kiffin. Like, I, I got a private jet right here about to hop on, and there's 50 jokers at a fence booing. You think I'm supposed to be like, no, I can't do it,
And then
dog.
you
Let
put
me.
it in perspective last night. You were like, dog, you got so mad. You left your house.
Yeah.
No, take it back. Let's take it back even further than that. You got up, whatever you was doing, you stopped what you was doing, left your house, got in your car, drove to the airport,
Yeah.
found where they were taking off at,
Yeah.
got out, pulled your phone out, recorded it, and
Yeah.
yelled at them. And you did
Yeah.
all of that. No,
Yeah.
come on.
Meanwhile, the plane engines are on. He can't hear you. He can't. Like he can't. He can't hear you. You 100 yards away. He by
What
the
we doing?
jet. Yeah, he can't. But yet, if it make you feel better, if it
Make
make
you
you
feel
feel
better.
better,
Do
go
your
ahead,
thing.
man.
Do your thing,
I
dog.
showed that damn Kiffin. I went up to the airport and I let him have it.
I was gonna say, how do you leave from that? Like you leave from like, yeah.
I showed his ass.
Oh, take your ass home, man. Go back home and cut that grass like you was about to do when your
I
wife get on your ass.
do something.
Hey man,
Cause you
hey,
ain't changed that man mind.
you ain't changed no mind at all, dog. So, hey man, college football is a handful these days, and we're gonna keep our.
I do think though, Chigo, going forward,
Mhm.
this has happened enough times that the calendar is going to have to be tweaked.
Yeah.
When you look at basketball and it goes into to March, right? March Madness. And so somewhere between the end of February in the middle of March, that's when the Black Mondays occur in college basketball. People start getting fired.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you got like such a long window before you report for training camp in basketball, which is like September. You have time to do these hires or time to finish your season. Where the way football is from a calendar standpoint, with the now extended season of the playoff format, it's probably going to get longer at some point. And then with the way signing day is and the portal is opening, a coach doesn't have a choice, a program doesn't have a choice but to take the job before his current season is over.
Exactly. Like this man, I think they denied him the opportunity to coach in the playoffs, right, or the championship
Yeah.
games or whatever else they having going on. Damn. So yeah, you're right. They gotta change something, dog, to give a chance for a coach. Like he got this team this far. I'm sure deep down he don't want to just leave the team,
No, he wants to
you know.
coach him. Yeah.
Yeah, but he still wants to
But what
secure
choice
his
does he
future.
have?
Also, he doesn't have a choice.
Exactly.
They
Because of the way the
gotta.
calendar is, I have to commit to this job because I have to recruit there and get a staff ready there. I remember just three years ago, Coach Prime was in his position.
Yep.
He accepted the job in Colorado. We were just having the SWAC championship game, which coincides with this coming weekend.
Right.
And if you won that, you were going to go to the Celebration Bowl. Well, he made it clear to Colorado, and of course, Ashley Robinson, AD at Jackson State, had to be on board that I want to coach the bowl game. And I'll tell you
Mm-hmm.
why for a couple of reasons. One, I want to finish what I started. And then
Mm-hmm.
two, the way the portal worked that year, if I don't coach it, we probably won't be the field of team because Joker's going to hit the portal. And not the guys that's
Right.
quote unquote going with me. I mean, like the rest of the team.
Right.
And so, yeah, he was the head coach of Colorado in waiting, but the current coach at Jackson State through the bowl game. And then after the bowl game is when it ended. But now the way the calendars are set up, even if Ole Miss would say, okay, cool, Lane, you could do it, that might go to January
Mm-hmm.
because
Now
they're
you're
in the
really behind the
playoffs.
eight ball. Right.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So it's like we either got to stop getting mad at a coach for taking a job December 1st, or the calendar has to change. If the
There you go.
calendar doesn't change, they don't have a choice.
Right. So go yell F you to somebody else, brother.
And yeah, because like you look at Coach Faulk, who's getting announced today.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like he did Colorado wrong because Colorado didn't make a bowl game.
Mm-hmm.
Two more wins, he would have been just like Coach Sanders was 3 years ago. He would have had to accept his job while you still have a game to coach at Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why we get upset, man. I really don't.
Yeah. Well, I know a reason why you're not upset right now. That's them damn
Oh, it's them
Cowboys.
damn Cowboys.
How
It's them damn Cowboys, man.
about them
That's all I
Cowboys?
got. Hey, man, it was a happy Thanksgiving night for me. Had Thanksgiving dinner courtesy of Chef Carl Solomon. Got back to the beautiful broken inn. Turned that TV on. I said, let me watch these Cowboys handle these Chiefs who were just in the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what happened, Chico.
31-28.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah. And then hell, I'll tell you what else happened is y'all picked up a hell of a damn receiver. That damn George Pickens dog. Coach. Matter of fact, hold on, let me put this up here. Hold up. Put this up here, dog. Because this right here
What you got?
says it all. Wow. George Pickens. This man
Yeah.
has more receiving yards than the whole Steelers wide receiver core this season, dog.
And man, the for whatever reason, the Steelers wanted to let George Pickens go. I think it was attitude problems and perform. I don't know, but it was a mixture of things. And when the Cowboys went and got him, and already having CD Lamb as wide receiver one, everybody said, "How it's not going to work? How is it going to work? How they going to be along? Game but one ball. Dak going to have to try to keep one of them happy, both of them happy." And you look at what's happened this season. Every other game, one of them is wide receiver one,
Mm-hmm.
with clearly George Pickens doing the damn thing, in total this year. But to pick up a guy from a team that didn't want him, and to have that guy outperforming the entire wide receiver room of where he left, what more can you ask for? And what I say to people all the time, environment matters, man, in sports and organizations and people's happiness and productivity. And George Pickens is clearly somewhere where he wants to be more than he wanted to be at the Steelers, and you can see it in the performance.
Yeah. And speaking of him and CeeDee Lamb, are they two of the top wide receiver duos ever now coming up? If as they continue to win, do they have to play together longer? Like as far as just a talent standpoint, though, like what do you rank them as? Where are they
Man,
at?
me and you, like we don't talk about a lot of stuff that we're gonna talk about before the show. But I got a similar question for you about your Lakers,
Okay.
because the short answer to that is absolutely yes from a statistical and data point standpoint. When you look at the number of yards those two brothers have this year, the number of targets, the number of receptions, the number of touchdowns, they are no doubt one of the most prolific wide receiver duos in the team in history. But here's the however. Man, we don't care unless you win the Super Bowl.
You ain't lying.
Not me or you, but I mean the world. Like we
World,
we
yeah.
talk about the Buffalo Bills. We talk about the Buffalo Bills all the time. Like nobody cares.
Yeah.
They went to four in a row and nobody cares because they didn't win one of them. And I think that if the Cowboys don't make it to the playoffs and win a playoff game, these two receivers will get lost in the conversation of one of the greatest duos.
Yeah. Now they're just as talented, if not even more, with evolution nowadays as
Oh
Michael
yeah.
Irvin and Alvin Harper, but they won championships. Dog. They got it done. So they got the quarterback to do it. They have the offense to
Hmm.
do it. Just got to have that defense step up. And Jerry Jones has made some moves to make sure that defense, can be very good for the next coming season when he added Quentin Williams and a couple other guys on that defense. So, man, outlook for your Cowboys.
Yeah.
Outlook for the rest of the season for your Cowboys.
Got to win out and got to get some help. Because the NFC got so far ahead of us when we were losing our time with Green Bay that mathematically, as hot as we are, I would say we're probably one of the better teams in the NFC right now. Probably the best team in the NFC East, better teams in the NFC, but are still on the outside looking in because there's not enough slots left. And
Yeah.
so we got to go beat Detroit, but we need somebody ahead of us to lose. It's like even as hot as the Bears are, it was the Rams losing to Carolina that put them in first place.
Mhm.
And so we're gonna need somebody in that 6 and 7 spot to lose a couple that they're not planning on losing for us to really make the playoffs. Because we squandered too much house money in September, and it's
Yeah.
coming to bite you in the ass in November.
Definitely, dog. Definitely. Shout out to your dog, your boy, your main man, Dak Prescott, doing his thing.
Yeah. But I told you, man, before we kick this thing off in August, I said he's poised to have an MVP year, even if you don't win the MVP. Because it's
Mhm.
it's hard to get the MVP and your team is not there. But when you look at his numbers, and you look what he's done in the wins or the losses, it's almost like the Colorado offensive line. You can't say it's his fault.
Yeah.
Like you can go to the games that were lost by the Cowboys and look at what Dak did during the game. Like, well, it wasn't on him.
Yeah.
You
Dak
can go to the
balling, man.
games that Colorado Buffaloes lost, and unlike the past couple of years, you can't say it was on the offensive line though.
And to think back in the day, was it LSU that wanted him to play linebacker?
Yeah,
And
they
he
they
said,
wanted him. They wanted him to play anything other than quarterback because he was an athlete.
yeah,
And
dang,
so he wanted, he's from North Louisiana. Shout out to Halton High School. They just named a football stadium after him for this high school.
nice.
But he was the most prolific guy coming out of Louisiana at the time. But LSU didn't want him because they didn't want him to play quarterback. So he went to the SEC school that would let him play quarterback, and that was Mississippi State.
Mississippi
And
State.
that was actually the first year of the new ranking system, and he got them the number one in the nation for a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Dak Prescott. A lot of people be hating on Dak. I got
Yeah, they
love for
do,
Dak.
man. Yeah, I know you do. You a Cowboys hater, but you straight with Dak. Like you support Dak when you can.
I support Michael
But
Irvin,
overall, you wake up wanting the Cowboys to lose though.
Jay Novacek. Deion Sanders, those former
Man,
Cowboys.
I love Uncle Mike, man. You know, love his energy. If he come to Colorado, love when I see him on YouTube. Ain't nobody in the world like him. To quote Deuce the Scoop, everybody need a Mike Irvin in their life. But
Right.
my favorite is when, Mike be animated and he said, they asked me, why didn't you let 88 be retired? I said, that'd be nice. It's up there in the rafters. And then when you die, they mention, oh, they go, Mike. But here's what you want. When you let somebody wear your number, every time CD Lamb miss a ball, they say, Mike wouldn't have missed that.
Yeah.
Every time CD Lamb catch a ball, they say, ooh, don't he look just like Mike?
Yeah. So in other words, my name lives on each and every week they playing. Shouts out to Mike, man, the legend. Shit. That was my
He
dog
out
right
there in
there.
that 88 and he dropped that ball. They be like, well, I know one 88 that wouldn't have dropped that one.
Right. Mike said to me, or not to me. Well, I felt like he said it to me back when I was in high school when he said, man, Troy Aikman throw that ball over the middle. I know I'm gonna get hit, so I might as well catch it anyway. So I had to
Yep.
go over the middle to catch that ball. I'm gonna catch it anyway. I'm gonna get hit. So I thought about that in high school. I said, damn, everybody else scared to go. I'm gonna go over the middle and take them licks. But I'm gonna make
That
the
bang
catches
eight,
too.
baby.
Yeah, that bang eight, dog. Shout out to Mike Irvin. Gotta be tough to catch them things. Shit.
Yeah, that was his signature, man.
Yeah. I remember
That was his signature.
last last one I caught. Spring game, UAB. Shout out to big man Bush, 6'4", 205. Damn, didn't knock my head off. I caught it, but I still remember it. If I don't remember nothing
You know,
else, I remember
to the runners out there, man. To the
that. We're gonna
runners
go here
out
in a
there.
minute.
Yeah, but to the runners out there, let me tell y'all while I smile. Whenever Chico gives somebody physical attributes, I do the Chico deduction. So when he say somebody 6'2", they 5'10". When he he say they 240, they 180.
Yeah.
Man, I never forget that 6'2", 240 came across there. Told my ass, okay, Chico, you were probably a buck 70.
Hey, y'all look up Derek Bush, UAB. He probably
Hey,
6'4",
Chico, speaking of
215.
speaking
Yeah.
of speaking of UAB, man.
Okay.
All's well that ends well now. All well that ends well. Marshall Faulk is being named, the head coach of Southern Day. We talked it up about that. But a lot of people don't, man. He interviewed with UAB too.
He did.
Yeah. Breaking you heard
So
every month. You heard every month now. You heard every month.
okay. So I'll take it that he chose the Southern job rather than saying that UAB, which also could
I
be
don't know.
called University.
I don't know if UAB offered or not. I don't know that part. I know he
Let
talked
me
to
let,
both
let me
schools.
let me finish this, and you'll understand exactly why I'm saying what I'm saying. Then, because if they didn't offer, then that's them being the UAB of old, and that is university ass backwards. UAB. You know what I'm
Yeah, yeah,
saying? It'd be
yeah.
ass backwards. How
Rebel
the hell you
Radio.
not? Yeah, how in the hell you not offer Marshall Faulk the job? Who you got? Did they name a coach yet?
I don't think they have.
Like
I don't think they named it yet.
University of ass backwards. Y'all talking about you need the Bible? No, it's ass backwards. That's what it's called. Shit, man. Tell me Marshall could have been there.
Yeah, yeah,
Other things that could have
yeah.
been the Cleveland Browns could have had Shedeur and Travis. I just had to say that because I thought about that while I was calling the game this weekend. I was like,
Really
man, they
could
really
have.
could have had Shedeur and Travis, dog.
Yeah, you really could have. You wouldn't. You if they were both successful, you wouldn't have been able to keep both of them on the second contract, but you would have had them both together for the first 3 or 4 years, no doubt.
Hmm.
Because
You
based
probably
on
wouldn't
where they
have.
picked, they could have picked Travis, and based on where they picked Shadeur was
Yeah,
still there too. So
still there.
there's no doubt it could have happened.
Dang. Well, we were talking about last night. Was trending online. That's Shedeur Sanders and Gary Judy's confrontation, argument. Talking about the play, detailing whatever you want to call it. They had that interaction on the sideline that a lot of people have given their opinions on. After a night or two to sleep on it, Unc, or a night from last night after we talked about it to sleep on it, what's your thoughts on it today?
Now I'm still where I was in that I hear everything you were saying. And I
Mhm.
agree with everything you were saying. But when a team has a record like the Browns have a record, I got to celebrate the passion of the conversation more than I do the potential negativity of the conversation. Like I want that. I want my players, on the sideline going back and forth about something and having the pad out and challenging each other on who's right or who's wrong, like whatever the case may have been. So I still say that from a going forward standpoint, something has happened since Shedeur winning the game from the concussion, got a road start, got a home start. Something has happened between QB1 and wide receiver one that they're comfortable having that kind of conversation.
Did it look
You know,
comfortable though?
but here's the old saying, Chico, and I know you're gonna know this because you did the bang eight and got hit by somebody 240. Everybody loves sausage, but don't nobody want to see how sausage made.
That's a fact.
And to build a winning, let alone a championship program, you would see something that will make you dislike football if you could see it all. And we just happen to live in a world where cameras are everywhere. And I will say this: what you saw from Shadeur, his body language, what you saw from Jude, both of them were being them authentic selves. Nobody was putting on for the camera. When you're in those kind of situations, that camera was up in the press box, zoomed in. Like it ain't like it was Bucky and me right there on the sideline, you know. And they were having a football conversation, and sometimes football conversations get turned up.
Mhm.
But
But
I
don't
would
they
much
know
rather
that?
have a turned up sideline. You do know it, Chico, but why would you care?
Why
Like I
would you
give you
care?
again, I give you the same example when I brought up Cameron Silver Craig last year, huddling up the team. He didn't do that for the cameras,
Mhm.
but he was showing where the cameras were there. But if he would have said, "Well, let me not say this because these cameras are on," we lost the first two games. Sometimes you got Chico. You done been with your mom at the grocery store at the Piggly Wiggly down there in Selma, and your mama used to pray that she didn't have to whoop your ass in public. But sometimes when she done told you stop playing with that ground beef over there, throw the pig feet around. She got
That's
to
what you
get your ass
did.
over the. She got to get your ass over that bread aisle, and we got to do this in public. And I didn't see it as a fight. Again, I saw it as passion. Whether Jeudy was in the wrong, whether Shedeur was in the wrong, it really doesn't matter to me. I was celebrating the passion of the conversation because when I was juxtaposing that to Colorado, I wish I would have seen any of that on our sideline this fall.
Yeah. Oh, and I keep saying this. My pushback is just and it's not because, like you said last night, my guy, because it's Shadeur. Like I said, it could be any quarterback, and I always take it back to when I played. Like, and I play with multiple quarterbacks. I can see myself, as I heard someone say last night, him going over to the board or me going over to the board in the iPad and showing him, hey, this is that. And I appreciate you saying that passion, but passion, I think, is more when that relationship is there, when y'all can talk like that. I think when
But you're
you're in this
making the
space,
assumption. You're making the
right? But we
assumption
we
that it's
all making
not
the
there.
assumption. Yeah, we all making the assumption though. And what I'm saying is just in that wide receiver quarterback relationship and watching what I watched from the clapping of the hands to Shadeur feeling like he had to stand up to them pointing at the thing. Yes, they were talking about the play. It wouldn't seem like they were talking about anything personal. And that could be passionate about the play. But the way I feel like being a receiver, the way Jeudy did it, and as you said, him being a leader, could have been done so much differently, much more
How many?
differently
How
than where
many?
we
How many?
we
How
or
many?
anybody wouldn't be talking about it right now to
How
this
many?
day.
How many
And
championships y'all won at UAB?
how many championships has Jerry Jeudy won in Cleveland or in Denver?
He and that's why. Like that's why.
Well,
Because
that's what I'm saying.
clearly, because
Because
clearly doing
that's
it the
not a
quiet
Michael
way,
Irvin.
clearly doing it the quiet way don't work.
Okay, so you okay. So clearly,
Like I was quiet. I
so
was
he comes.
quiet.
He
Again,
had a reckoning
again,
now.
again. The Colorado team. I've seen it done loud and passionate. That was 9-3. I've seen it done where people sit on their hands and don't want to say nothing, but they want to whisper about it in the locker room, and that's 3 wins. And I'm telling you, every day, I don't care what it looked like on the camera, give me loud and passionate,
I feel
even
you.
if it's wrong.
Yeah.
Because
But
one thing I'm
I'm
clearly
not with
saying.
you on that when you say even if it's wrong, because I feel like that can be a cancer
No,
to a team.
let me change what I meant because you took that too literal. Even if it's perceived as wrong,
Okay.
I don't have time on the sideline. It's like when Coach Prime was walking down the sideline, and he know a camera's on him every time he do anything. He
Yeah.
can't even scratch his ass and sniff his finger. He can't
Yeah.
even dig a booger during the game. Oh, look at Coach Prime yelling. Oh, so if he's standing there like Art Shell used to do with the Raiders and say nothing, y'all be mad about that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see Coach Prime yelling. I saw Coach Prime being passionate because the expectation was higher than what he just seen performed and executed.
I feel you on that, and I'm
And so
with you 100% on that.
because he was not flamboyant, because he was
Just animated,
demonstrative.
demonstrative.
Yeah,
Yeah.
animated with it. People try to make it a negative when it
Mm-hmm.
really was just intensity. And
And
so I
and
say the same thing, whether and here's one thing I do know. Now I know this for a fact. And I ain't talked to him. I'm just talking about the history of being in the locker room with him since the freshman year at Jack State. I know Shedeur ain't tripping.
yeah, yeah, I feel
I
that too.
know he didn't take it the wrong way or the right way. That it's football to him
Mm-hmm.
because he does the same thing to people.
Mm-hmm.
Like let me give you this example. Let me give you a Colorado example of leadership at quarterback. We've had receivers in Colorado that got 9 targets in the game and 3 catches. Let me tell you what would have happened after the fifth target and only 2 catches. Shadeur would have put them out the game. Not a coach, not the OC, not the wide receiver coach, not the head coach. Shadeur would have said, "Hey, get him out. Give me somebody else."
Different
Now,
relationships, though. Is
okay,
what
no, no,
is
no,
my
no.
thing.
It's not. It's not. An example I'm giving you, there is no different relationship. It's the expectation.
Okay.
And so the expectation was, I got to have somebody's going to catch the ball out here. And
Period.
I would rather go with another guy than keep throwing to this guy that's dropping.
Mm-hmm.
What you didn't have this year, and I'm not blaming K Salt because we can go your route. I'm not blaming Juju or Star. We can go your route with expectations, relationship, whatever. All I'm saying is nobody did it.
Yeah.
Like nobody did it.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I'm going to err on the side of passion and performance, and let's hold each other accountable, no matter what it looks like to this eye in the sky. Because I'm not disrespecting you, dog. I ain't came over here and hit you. I ain't called you out your name. I ain't spit on you or nothing. We're having a passionate conversation about something we both have in common, which is we want to be successful.
do you feel like Shadeur, you haven't known him this long. Do you feel like Shadeur, with the way he stood up, he took it as disrespect, or he felt like it was kind of disrespectful?
No, I took the stand up as like, let's talk eye to eye because I got the pad down here and you talking over me. So let me stand up where we both on the same playing field. Like I didn't take it as like, hey, I'm standing up because I'm finna hit you because you disrespected me. Like I promise you, the Shadeur I know ain't tripping on what that looked like because he ain't even thinking about what it looks like. Like I'm having a conversation with Chico right here. I don't know or care who's behind me because who's behind me in the stands or whatever, they're not on this team.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what we want to happen. When we go out for the next series, we want to be on the same page. Now, whether that's me sending you a candygram with some flowers, and I'm talking about either party, not one or the other. The conversation got to be had. And what I'm suggesting to you, from a personal witness standpoint, I didn't see that on the defensive side of the ball, the special team side of the ball, the offensive side of the ball for Colorado football this year. When the past 2 years I did at
And
Jackson
you
State, I did.
and you would damn rather have that than
I
not.
would rather have that, and then people debating about whether Cameron, Silman, Craig, and Shiloh get along. I'd rather have them, having clickbait going, hey, Cameron and Travis were arguing and we won the game, then we lost the game because, like, well, I was going to say something, but that camera's right there and people would take it the wrong way.
You think Shadeur or anybody said something to Jeudy about that fumble he had when he was kind of juking when he had the catch
I hope they
on
did.
Shadeur? Okay.
I hope they did. One of the things I said to you before, Chico, just because I don't see it on camera doesn't mean it didn't happen. Like I've always questioned why when Shedeur comes off the field, particularly in his first two starts, or that half a start, however you measure it, and Stefanski ain't got like a shoulder tap for him or butt pat for him. Just because I see it don't mean it happened. I
Mm-hmm.
hope when Jeudy caught that ball and did that little stutter step and got stripped from behind, whether it was a receiver coach, the offensive court, I hope somebody said something.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so to me, from an accountability system, no one's immune.
There you go.
No one gets a off. Well, don't say nothing because that's Chico. Man,
Last
we're trying
question
to
about that.
win.
Last question. Do you feel like it was appropriate, and it's not Shadeur, this is any quarterback, especially any rookie quarterback in his second start? Do you think that was the correct way to do it, from a wide receiver to your quarterback? Is that the correct way to do it, or you don't mind the way he did it? As opposed to him going up to,
I,
hey,
I'm
this is how
I'm
you
gonna
do
I'm
this and
gonna
why this.
I'm gonna I'm gonna still say I don't mind the way he did it because here's my assumption. My
Mm,
assumptions, and Chico, I could be flat out ass wrong for this.
right.
My assumptions are always toward the positive.
Well, I was gonna say that too. I got to
And
commend you
so
on,
the
being
fact
so
the fact
positive on this.
the fact that they did it shows me that they've built a relationship that allows one of them to do it versus assuming that that's the first time it ever happened and it was a negative.
Is that assuming though that they
What
already
you just you articulated earlier that we're all assuming.
right. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I've
All right.
never argued back on that. We're all fucking
Mhm.
assuming.
That's
We
right. That's
weren't
right.
there. We couldn't hear the audio.
Well, hell, that's right.
I'm just assuming the positive outcome of it versus the negative outcome of
That's
it.
right. That's right. You here with it, and I'm there with it. Hell, you like Auburn. Hell, I
Man,
like
you
Roll
look,
Tam Tide.
you are absolutely correct in what you are articulating,
That's right.
and your right don't make mine wrong.
That's right. I'm not gonna blow out your candle,
I
my
will say
candle can
this
be
though.
brighter.
Let's say that you're absolutely right.
Hmm.
I think the team is still going to be better for it because they're going to fix it.
Well, let me say something that's not
Let's
related.
say I'm absolutely right. The team
Hmm.
going to be better for it because it happened. Because I know one thing about it. Don't nobody got a higher standard for Shedeur Sanders than Shedeur Sanders got for Shedeur Sanders.
Right.
And so whatever Jeudy was pointing out, you better believe Shedeur wanted to work too.
Y'all let us know what y'all think in the chat. Let us know what you think in the chat. I'll say something that's
I
totally.
had to move out that damn sun, Chico. That sun
Yeah, I
shifted
feel
on
you.
me. I was like, damn.
Let me say something a little bit still on the same subject, but a little bit different. I said before this incident happened, I said this, and I got to say this too. I like Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy played at Alabama. He was a Florida boy. I like Jerry Jeudy. I liked him coming out of college into the draft. I like him, but for Cleveland and for the direction they're heading, with Shedeur Sanders or any young quarterback, right, and with the fact that they need some receivers more than just him, and he's making what, uh 16 million. Let me make sure that's right. He's making I don't have his yearly. I think it's what is 17 million a year. He's making, right? That's a lot of money.
Hmm.
I said this
Absolutely.
before that this even happened. I said I think they should find a way because he has value. I said they should find a way to trade Jerry Jeudy, bust up that money. In other words, bust down that contract, bring in younger, more explosive players for that same amount of cash, uh, for Jerry Jeudy. Do you think that that would be a better situation for them moving forward? Now, X out this situation that happened with Shadeur on the sideline, but just from a business football standpoint, you got one receiver with some value, right? And that's Jerry Jeudy. Do you trade him, keep him? What would you do with it moving forward? That's just my question for you.
Let me answer that. Let me answer that question without answering that question. Anytime you can get comparable talent for less money, you damn right you do it.
Mhm.
And so that was like the Bill Belichick way. I'm not going to draft the best of the best. I'm going to coach the mediocre guy up to the best. I'm going to draft C and B guys and coach them up to A because one, I'm saving money. It's just a business. And so, yeah, if I could get me three up and coming hungry receivers, at 5 million apiece, and now that's 15 million instead of one receiver for 16. That's just logical. But as you
Yeah.
articulated, Chico, and I want to make it clear so when somebody clip this up, it ain't because of what he said to Shadeur on the sideline. That's just business. But the biggest thing is you want to ask me what I would do if I were and I was and if it was a fifth, we'd all be drunk. Shit, if I was Shadeur, I wouldn't want to play for the Browns, so the receivers wouldn't have nothing to do with me. I know he can't say that because he's absolutely right. He's thankful to be there and he's thankful for the opportunity. And as a ardent supporter of Shedeur Sanders and wishing him nothing but the best, I hope he balls out to remain this season and somebody else gets attracted to him and come get him.
Yeah.
Because I think to date, now it could change. I'm talking about to date. We don't know the future. I'm talking about to date. From the draft to right now, the talents of Shedeur Sanders have been wasted in Cleveland.
Mm. I think it's not just because of the way that they played him and they handled this or mishandled the situation. I think it's because also the talent that's around him, dog. He has one receiver and a possible that can get open right now. And he doesn't trust Jerry Jeudy right now to
And guess what he
run these
has
routes to be
also?
in the right uh depth. What he has
Guess what
also.
he has also?
Yeah.
Completions over 30 yards, Dylan Gabriel, 0. Completions over 30 yards, Joe Flacco, 0.
True.
Completions over 30 yards, Shedeur Sanders, 4.
He make my
That would
offense
probably
more
be
explosive.
16 had he been playing the whole time.
Exactly.
So I say again, I hope it ends well. I wish nothing but the best for him. And there's still time for it to end well. But to date, from the
Yeah.
drafting of Shedeur Sanders to how he was handled in the offseason to how he was handled in the regular season, to date, his talents in Cleveland have not been maximized to the best of his ability and what he brings to the organization.
He ain't lying.
And so if you ain't gonna treat it right, Chico, let somebody else date him.
Treat it like they want. Okay. I just want for something in me that want to see him resurrect the Cleveland Browns. You know
And
what I
he can
mean?
do it.
That's just something in
He
me.
can
I
do it.
want.
Like he
They
he
got
has
Unc freeze on me right there. I think Unc froze on me, or is it just me? Testing 1 2. All right. I think Unc froze on me. So Unc frozen right now. Well, let me say this, God dog. It says Unc and his positive thoughts are off right now. I think there was some bullshit on the sideline, dog. You'll come up to your second, your rookie quarterback who started his second damn game, clapping your hands like this. Got to come up to him and show him some support, dog. Hey, I was right here on this route. I wanted to be here because he's throwing you the ball. That relationship matters. And just like Unc said, I didn't freeze Unc for real. He coming back in a second, I'm sure. But just like Unc, just like intro to Unc videos on the Pregame Network where Coach Prime says it, is about trust and relationships. I'm just trying to put you up on game. And that's exactly what it is at the wide receiver position and the quarterback position. Whether it's receiver, tight end, slot receiver, whatever. If you're dependent on the quarterback to get you the ball, dog, you need to have a relationship with that quarterback. Meaning, not just I need to take you out to eat or y'all need to talk. Y'all need to be in the meeting room. You need to know the correct depth that you're supposed to be on your route. You understand me? Because that's what he's throwing at. You see some of these incompletions that Shedeur was throwing to Jerry Jeudy, and you see both of them doing like this after the play. The first time I saw that in the game, and Jerry Jeudy, the ball went over his head, and he did like this. That's something you do as a receiver when you don't either like your quarterback or you don't have confidence in your quarterback to get you the ball. You like, man, damn, dog. You know, you do that. That's that body language. If you know and you have confidence that he can get you the ball, you'll run back to the huddle like, damn, hey, put it right here. Or I'm gonna be like this time. Or this is what we're gonna do. But if you're fussing at him, that's because you feel like you either trying to bully him, you feel like you got some type of authority over him, power over him, you standing over him. You feel like you're right, and you're trying to prove and show, damn near show him up. You know everybody watching. You got 230 some cameras in the NFL state. You know somebody watching is going to pick you up on the sideline and have that interaction with him. You could have come and done it a lot better. And that's what I mean by it being a fine damn line of what Unc was saying. It could be totally positive, or what I'm saying, it definitely can't be. It could be a start of something that could be a cancer to the team. That's all I was saying right there, dog. Let me know what y'all think in the chat. You understand me? All right, we got Unc back. I told y'all I didn't freeze Unc. What happened, Unc?
Man, I told you about that sun over there.
Yeah.
They got that warning saying, "Hey, it's too hot. Device too hot. About to shut
Oh,
down." I
dang.
see. I moved my ass out the sun, but then moved the device out the sun.
Yeah. Hey.
Chico, I
So
know we about to top, but I got a Lakers question for you, man.
I bet that.
And kind of touched on it when you talked about C.D. Lamb and George Pickens and how they're going to rate not just in Cowboys receivers history, but across the league, particularly if they don't win big ones together. You done had a lot of Lakers, man. You had a lot of Lakers, Chico. Y'all are
Mm-hmm.
a story franchise when it comes to talent.
That's right.
But in my mind, Mr. Laker is Magic Johnson.
Oh, okay, okay. I thought you were about to go somewhere else with that. That's right. That's right.
You had Shaq, you had the captain Kareem, Kobe. I get all that. But the most iconic Laker to me is, and I could be wrong, other people got different opinions,
You're exactly
is
right.
Magic Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Magic Johnson, in his storied career, had about 9 40-point games, and Luca has already passed that. In absence of winning it all or MVPs, what have you, how close is Luca already to like he gonna have a damn statue outside Staples Center?
No, dog. We ain't going there yet. I'll slow down, pump your brake.
Okay, I'm asking the fan. Huh? I'm asking the fan.
We I'm listen, we love Luca. We want him to
Okay,
have a long career. But just like when LeBron came in, what did we say? You gotta
I don't
bring a
know what y'all
championship,
said.
dog. You gotta bring a championship is what we said.
He
You
did
know,
that.
that's some non-cowboy talk right there you might not know about.
He did that.
Non-cowboy talk in the last 30 years. You might not. I'm just messing with you, dog. I got love for you. I'm just messing with you. But uh listen, man, the Lakers gonna be fine. Luka gonna be fine. He got to continue to play though if he want to get to that Magic Johnson or that any type of iconic level in a Laker jersey. Bring a championship. Points are great, but that's like saying that Steph Curry has more threes than Larry Bird. You know, that's the game changed. You're taking more threes nowadays. You're scoring more points if you're Luka. Magic is more like a LeBron, where he could have scored more 40 points a game, but he was more of a facilitator, getting everybody else involved. Michael Cooper, Byron Scott, Kareem, and a host of other guys. He was getting those
I
guys
just knew you
involved.
gonna say Jamal Wilkes because you like his eyes.
AC Green, you look like AC Green. Shout out to AC, man. Hope AC to smash some since back in the '80s. But
Lord, I hope he
anyways,
has.
yeah, he got a ways to go, but he's going in the right direction right now. Skinny Luca is a problem.
Chico, for once in your life, you've been logical as it relates to the Lakers.
I'm always
I
logical.
love
What's up, man?
arguing with you, debating with you, but you didn't give me nothing to debate about right there. I would say this, put LeBron out on the island, and yeah, what he got y'all? Y'all got two since he's been there.
Damn, one right?
One,
2020, that bubble one. Did he get one?
okay,
No, he didn't get
one
one
once
since then.
one
That
since he's
bubble one.
been there. I
Yeah.
would say this about LeBron. Let's say y'all didn't have that. Let's say he didn't win in the bubble.
Mm-hmm.
When he passed Kareem in points, become the league all-time scorer, and did that as a Laker, that puts him in statue outside Staples Center, territory.
Okay, a
Because
statue. Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah. Okay.
yeah, because that's something that people thought would never happen. And then for a Laker to pass a Laker, and then every night he plays and scores is only adding to it. Even if LeBron did not deliver y'all an additional banner, deliver it Nat is like, okay, he one of the greatest Lakers to ever do this.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Luca, I'm with you. Luca is on the trajectory to do something great. Because I was telling my son, shout out to mybookie.ag, use the code TMR funds your account.
Mm-hmm.
I hit Deuce up. I said, Deuce, I'm telling you, dog, you're really not gonna go wrong. You're gonna lose some, but you're not gonna go wrong taking the over on Luca every night.
Wow.
When you get through this 82 game season, I'm telling you, you're going to, if you just bet consistently, you can't,
Mm-hmm.
oh man, let me put 300 down on this one. I feel it. And then 30 the next week.
Yeah.
Nah. If you keep the math to math, you're going to win way more than you lose.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna
Because
take
the,
that
the
up.
dude, the dude is a scorer.
Yeah, he is, and he got a running mate with him now with AR.
Yeah.
Shoot, Austin Reeves, he's averaging what 28. I saw talking about trajectories. I saw him next to his stats next to Kobe's in the first 5 years, and he looked damn near similar. Started off single
Yeah.
digits, then
Uh,
around
I've been I've
13,
been I've been doing the
16,
same thing with
20.
the I've been doing the same thing with the Cowboys. And even with the losses, I think it's missed once. CD or George Pickens are gonna score a touchdown.
Mm,
So when you
man,
see that bet $10 to win 15 that CD scored a touchdown shit, and they ain't got nothing to do with winning losing the game, give me that. When you see,
yeah,
$5 to get you 10 to say Luca scores more than 28, man, you take that every night, man.
that's what's up, man. Lakers number 2 in the West right now. Shit, I'll take that every night. Also, stay up there, beat the brakes off of these folks, man. Let's go Lake Show. If you're a Laker fan, put your L's in the chat.
That's what they do at LSU too. When Kiffin pulled up,
I
they
saw
yell
that.
up.
That's more like uh what my GD love, my folk love out there. That's what my homies do back. Love folk.
IVL.
I mean, Lakewood gangster. Hey, that's out there, everybody out there. Appreciate the super chat. Jermaine Thomas in the building representing that Mississippi. He said Mississippi Mayhem. I ain't forgot. What's that up? Mississippi
Mhm.
Mayhem. How often you get off that rock, Chico? Meaning Hawaii, I think. Man, I guess I've been
I thought you were talking about
other
that
than
crack rock. The Joker show, in my opinion, the Joker shows up high to work every. Let me tell y'all this. I don't mean no harm. Y'all
he's
know
at that
old
rock,
Hawk now.
Chico.
Old Hawk don't mean no harm.
Yeah,
Just because I
crack rock.
pointed out, don't mean I
Easy.
got a problem with it. It's 7 days in a week.
Uh-huh.
I happen to work with Chico 6 of them. We got Monday through Friday morning run. We got Sunday Uncle Chico. He exhibits crack behavior every one of them days.
I ain't saying he on crack,
Yeah, I'm not saying that.
but it is crackish.
It's just crackish. It's crack adjacent for sure now.
They said it's
But in the
crackish.
words of Dukes, that's my guy. I'm gonna
Woo.
roll with him. Y'all don't do what I do. Just because y'all see me hanging with him, don't mean y'all should
Yeah,
hang with him.
y'all
And
don't
we
do
got
it.
hey, I'm finna steal a Chico from Chico that Chico was gonna hit me with.
Hit her. I did while you was off the camera too.
Well, I'm good then. I'm
It's
just trying to
about
put you up on game.
I'm just trying to put you up on game, dog. It's about trust and relationships,
It's
baby.
about trust and relations.
Woo.
I just
Shout
want
out
to
to
put you up
Coach
on
Prime,
game,
baby.
Chico. I just want to put
Shout
you
out
up
to
on crack, man. That's all I'm trying to do.
hey, leave
That's
it
that
alone.
man said, when you get off the rock.
It's been a while. Mr.
Oh yeah,
Mayhem
yeah, yeah,
seems
yeah.
worse.
That's when they were
Oh,
both ranked.
Mr.
Yep, sure was.
Okay.
Yep. That was like the cover of ESPN magazine.
Mm. Yeah.
That's a good history lesson right there, man. That was a good one, good one. Good recall.
Starkville. Shout out to Starkville. My
Stark
locker,
Vegas.
what'd you call it? My locker, the person who's next to me in the locker mate, kinda. I was 87, he was 86. My man Parker Mullins. Shout out to Parker Mullins from Starkville, Mississippi. And he's he used to say, man, fuck Mississippi State. Them motherfuckers didn't recruit me. He was a punter. But he was the coolest damn white boy in the world. Dog. That's my dog to this day. My man Parker Mullins. Shout out to him out there in the world, wherever he is, doing his thing, man. back in the day.
Man, he watching the
So
morning run. He finna get in the chat right now.
he probably, God damn Chico to mention my name. I knew
Live on Rebel Radio.
it. All right, you want to leave it with something before we get up out of here?
Yeah, I want to just double back on something, Chico.
Mm-hmm.
That as we have celebrated the month of Thanksgiving, and no matter what walk of faith you are, this month we're gonna celebrate the gift of life of one who gave his life for us all. We got to remember, man, it's about two things, Chico. And that's trust and relationship.
He ain't lying.
I just want to put you up on game.
That's it right there, man. And that's for all y'all listening out there. And all y'all listening, ghost listening, that means you're listening without anonymously, put it like that. You're listening
And
anonymously.
another thing I say to him, Chico, the ghost listeners out there.
Shout there.
It's not only Thanksgiving, Chico, little boy, had a birthday. Can y'all let Chico have a day off without accusing him of TMR not being on the air ever again? Like, what the hell is wrong with some of y'all?
Hey, man, let them think what they want to think. You know, I was thinking this before I came on the show. You know, I was like, man, you know what, man? Haters going to be always there. And I learned that back when I was in kindergarten. I told this story before, Unc, but I learned that in kindergarten, Unc. It sticks out to me because I remember seeing a picture of this after it happened. I was like, damn, I really did that. But anyways, we had a kindergarten party and at the school, and you know, it had the little plastic swimming pools out there. And there's a picture of me. Yeah. There's a picture of me in the pool like this right here. I got a girl right here and a girl right here, right? But I remember
that's the last time that ever happened.
But I remember my good friend, who I thought was my good friend at the time in kindergarten, he stopped being my friend after that. Because one of the girls, apparently, he liked one of the girls or whatever. He stopped being my friend after that. I said that to say this, man. Listen, man. Like you just said, haters. They're always going to be there. They've always been there. It's just up to you to recognize them and keep it moving, dog. That's my word of the day, my thoughts of the day. And I'll leave it at that.
Because the man upstairs, man, that can help you recognize him and give you that discernment, you got to have trust and relationship with him too.
Damn right.
That's why Chico went to church last night when he got home. Chico live. He went to repent.
Hey, it's Advent season. And this is for all you guys out there. You should be waiting with purpose. I had this written for us. You should be waiting with purpose and preparing with faith. We're going to end on that note right We're going to be up and about of here. Y'all hit the like, subscribe, comment, all the other good stuff. For the badass Uncle Neely, for Big Dog Chico Pleasy. Be up and about of here. Throw your chakras up with your black fist and raise your rebel flags high in the sky. That's right. We up and about. Hey!